All right. It is now time. We have the envelopes. Hold up your envelope. The top
Envelopes, please.
tens of the year for Snaggletooth Decay. We will start with Stace.
And I will say this was so hard this year.
Yeah, it was.
There were so many bands I had on the list at first. If there was a close to a tie, and actually Insanguation was almost in there, I had to, my default was to go to Spotify and look at number of listens on my list to try to narrow it down. So this was super hard. At any rate, here we go. Number 10. Had to go with Night Goat and Totem.
Car interview.
Number 9, Obituary, The Dying of Everything.
That was like the first release of the year,
I was
wasn't
so excited when I heard it. I couldn't wait to get back from my run to tell you.
it? You put out an album. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a new Inquisition album that's coming out in January. You put out an album in January. People will talk about it for like the first 3 months of the year. It's great. Anyway,
At number 8, I had to go with See You Next Tuesday and Distractions.
go Postal Metal. Sorry,
They just came out with another one,
it's too soon.
Relapses.
Oh God, I wonder
It,
wonder what that's about. Okay.
Number 7, I had to go with Suffocation, Hymns from the Apocrypha.
It sounds great. The new singer sounds great. He is obviously just totally lit a fire to that band. Great album, great show. Yeah.
Number 6, Necropanther, Betrayal.
Yes. And I should mention this now because we did discuss it during the Necropanther interview. We had a death this week.
Oh,
You may be surprised to hear that the Gandalf of metal,
it was sad, but not untimely.
Torben Ulrich, has shuffled on at the age of 95. The man who said, sounds like a guy shouting in an echo chamber. So, to
And
the gods of dispelling BS, they have taken him to Satan's fold. Yep,
do you think they finally looked down and said, I think we should delete this?
absolutely. The god of delete that. If I was your advisor or something. Anyway. Okay, so that's Necropanther number 6. Number 5.
Number 5, could overlook these guys, Crick Scrabs with Fire in the Fall.
And the most active Instagram band that we have encountered. They like everything.
Number 4, Black Braid with Black Braid 2.
Hell yeah.
Number 3, Hellripper, Warlocks, Grim, and Withered Hags.
Go back a few episodes and check out our interview with James. Turned out great. What a guy.
Number 2 for me had to go with Butcher Babies, Till the World is Blind. I had a lot of listens of that this year.
Yeah. And then number 1.
Number 1 for me was Incantation with Unholy Deification.
And not just because we had our picture taken with Uncle John either. Another great show.
All right, babe, you are up.
All right, we are up to Mark's top 10 of 2023. We're going to start with number 10 and an overlap between Stace and I. Obituary is Dying of Everything. Obituary was the best show I saw. They came out from an incredible set by Immolation and just destroyed the place. I mean, they are, as Alan Averill would say, they're fighting fit. Number 9, Grave Ripper, Seasons Screaming Death. We may or may not have an interview with them coming up. Could be. Number 8, the bonkers crazy prog of Dodheim's Guard and Black Medium Current. How weird can we get? Who knows? Number 7, my personal obsession, Die Catafalque, Alfold. I will get Thomas on the show if I have to go kidnap him. Number 6, Death Pill from the Ukraine. We tried to get them on the show, but of course there's some things going on over in the Ukraine that are making it difficult, but we will continue to try. Number 5, Chained to the Bottom of the Ocean. I wore the shit out of this. Obsession Destruction. And they also had another EP that we just reviewed on the last show. Fucking phenomenal. And we don't know who they are at all. They're very anonymous.
They refuse. Even all their pictures are just blurry, shadowy outlines.
Now we're going to go into a section that I call UK kick-ass bands. Number 4, Burner. It All Returns to Nothing. Just fantastic metalcore inspired death metal. Love it. Number 3 is actually Black Braid 2, another overlap between Stace and I, and a great show. Now we get down to the last 2. This was really difficult for me. But I'm going to have to say that number 2 is The Bleeding Monocrator, another fantastic UK band. The guitar playing is just phenomenal. It was probably the album I listened to the most all year.
I think they were number 12 on my.
Fantastic. Go get Monocrator. It's a great record. And that brings us to number 1. But before we talk about number 1, I wanted to talk a little bit about this record that I found down here. I guess we were partying the other night. Remember Jefferson Starship Jane? I still have this 45. Look at that. What a great song that is. My brother and I were talking about the late 70s. We used to get dragged over to our cousin's house. They were older than us. And they were always playing stuff like Air Supply and Loverboy. And how great it would have been if they pulled out a banger like Jane, you know. How's the song go? It's like, Jane, you're playing a game you never can win, baby.
5 minutes.
You're staying away, so I ask you, where you been, baby? Like a cat and a mouse, cat and a mouse. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. This is the last show of the year. Let's play Jane. First of all, the singer, Mickey Thomas, this was his first album with the band, right? And what a voice. This was the first, Grace Slick's not on this record, but he stayed with the band from then on. He was like the secret sauce. Incredible voice.
What a
When he
range.
just said, Jane, Jane, Jane. Really, wow. I love the way the cowbell comes in for the guitar solo. What a great fucking song that is. If my cousins had played that, we might have enjoyed these parties. All they had were sweet pickles, not dill pickle. That sucked. Anyway,
Well, one cannot live on extreme metal alone.
no. But with that, I'm going to introduce my number one pick for the year. It's probably not going to come as a surprise to anyone. And we'll do the Wax of Contrition song. And I will show off this beautiful vinyl. Number one is Cannibal Corpse's amazing album, Chaos Horrific.
Where did you get that from?
Look at this beauty. They couldn't pack more into this thing. Gatefold, gorgeous, so Slayer-esque with the riffs. Let's play a song. This is the number one pick for Mark for 2023, Cannibal Corpse's Frenzied Feeding.
This is the Snaggletooth Extreme Metal Podcast.